It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. I walk in the podcast where me, the Captain, talks about movies, TV, sports, flicks, anything you can see in the two-word screen. I like to get on here, give my unique perspective, because after 47 years of being on planet Earth, I developed a unique perspective about these movies, TV, sports, and flicks, and I like to get here and tell you about it, because just maybe you care. And according to the stats, it looks like you do care. I want to give a big shout out to Tanzania. Got some plays over in Tanzania this past week. Gracias, gratitude, Toraba. In Tanzania, I heard the US, my country, is about to give you guys a trade boost. And I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure how they're going to do a trade boost. But apparently, somehow, someway, my country, the United States of America, is going to give you guys a trade boost. So cool, we're like partners, we're buddies, we're home biscuits. Very cool, Tanzania. Appreciate the listens. Gracias, gratitude. And just FYI, back in the day with School Bay Radio DJ, but never got a job. I think I never got a job because I just didn't have the desire. If I would have had a strong desire, that would have enabled me to become a radio DJ. But I didn't, and that enabled me to become the greatest podcaster in the Matrix. Something to debate, might be true, might not be true, but I said it on the internet, so it's gotta be true, right? Because everything on the internet is facts, not facts, true, false, propaganda, fake news, the Matrix, trees, bushes, water, sun, clouds, rain, hail. I don't know. I didn't make the internet. Ask the people that made the internet. So when you're online, just be aware, just watch out. Anyways, I could ramble you all day, but I won't. Let's get right into the podcast. But first, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I rap. And on March 31st, 2023, I rapped again. I dropped my latest album called Nietzsche because I'm a very neat person. So I named it Nietzsche because I'm a very neat person. My name is Che and I'm neat, so it's Nietzsche. Is that why? Or maybe there's another reason? Nietzsche, huh? Get it? Wink, wink, wink. So anyways, I dropped the album Nietzsche by yours truly, Che Cortez the Captain, with my unique rhyme style over crazy spacey beats. And like I say all the time, I guarantee you have never heard an album like this in your life unless you heard one of my older albums. But if you have not heard my music before, guaranteed, promise you, you've never heard an album like this in your life. And that may be good, and it may be bad. But listen to it, download it, share it, check it out. If you want to hear something you never heard, and see, maybe you dig it, maybe you don't. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. But check it out if you just want a new soundscape to listen to. And I like to think it's a little bit motivational too, gets you motivated to want to go out and conquer the world. So anyways, I put the link to Nietzsche over my Bandcamp page, check it out. Now, let's get on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back again. And let me say this, I'm so glad to be alive. I've been thinking that a lot lately. I mean, I'm always glad to be alive, of course. Life is beautiful and all that. But lately, I've just been very aware of just like how wonderful it is to be living on planet Earth. And you might be thinking, bro, the Earth is a mess. The Earth is falling apart, man. There's so much drama, so many problems. Yeah, there's a lot of that. But there's also a lot of beauty. There's a lot of very cool, wonderful, beautiful things to appreciate on planet Earth. And I just try to focus on those. And I'll be honest, a lot of it is what are you paying attention to? If the feed you're looking at is constant drama and problems, all the nastiness going on Earth, then you might skew and think the world is a horrible place, which there is some bad things happening, but there's also some good things. So what are you looking at? What are you focusing on? Is your feed just total craziness and negativity? Then maybe you are feeling negative because you are programming your mind with negativity. It's very possible. I like to see the beauty in the world. I like to wake up and appreciate living. A good breakfast, sunshine, the beauty of the clouds, trees, nature, bro. Just the fact that I got out of bed is a wonderful blessing, like straight up. You might think, man, you're crazy, Captain. But it's just like I'm seeing the beauty of life, man. But anyways, I appreciate I woke up this morning and now it is time to podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, this week I'm going to talk about my most favorite franchise in the universe. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've been here before, you know what my favorite franchise is. If you haven't, let me tell you. Beat me up, Scotty. Live long and prosper. You know what I'm talking about now? You know now. Live long and prosper. Beat me up, Scotty. Now you know. But let me just tell you anyway. My most favorite franchise on planet Earth in the universe is the one and the only Star Trek. I love Star Trek so much. I've talked about Star Trek on this podcast more than anything else. I'm pretty sure of it. I've talked about Star Trek a million, billion, trillion, quadzillion times. And I'll keep on doing it. Because I love Star Trek that much. And this week, I'm going to talk about Star Trek Picard Dominion. But before I get into that, a couple things. First of all, there will be spoilers. And second of all, I do own some shares in the parent company of Star Trek. I just want to be clear and transparent to let you know. So now that I told you that, let's get into Star Trek Picard Dominion. Ladies and gentlemen, these episodes just keep bringing it. But what do you expect in Star Trek? They bring it all the time. And we're visiting our favorite characters from the past. Picard, Data, Lore, Beverly Crusher, Geordi LaForge. I mean, what more do you want? Yeah, so this episode is fantastic. They're furthering the story along. We're going deeper down the rabbit hole. It's conspiracy that the Federation has been penetrated by the changelings, right? At the most top level of Starfleet, these changelings are there. And also, real quick, spoilers. Guess who we got to see this week? Another blast from the past. Another guy. You might know him. He's a Vulcan. He spent time in the Delta Quadrant. Yeah. He flew on the Voyager ship. You know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about Tuvok. I always wondered when they named him, if they kind of named him Tuvok, kind of like, because they like Tupac. And they said, we'll just call him Tuvok. I'd like to talk to someone, say, come on, did you name him that because of Tupac? Yeah, I think they might have. I like to talk to someone that was behind developing that character. I suspect there was some Tupac listening going on there. But who knows? It doesn't matter. All I know is that Tuvok was back. But wait, was it Tuvok? We thought it was Tuvok, but it wasn't Tuvok. It was one of those darn changelings. Darn changelings showed up. So it wasn't really Tuvok, but it was the actor Tim Russ reprising his role as Tuvok. Or the fake Tuvok. I call him the fake Tuvok. It was just good to see Tim Russ back on the screen. And hopefully, later in the season, he'll get to play the real Tuvok. Hopefully. Not this fake imposter changeling Tuvok, but the real, actual Tuvok. Anyways, no matter if it's fake Tuvok or real Tuvok, it was still cool to see Tim Russ. So yeah, he was on there. People just keep showing up unexpectedly. I didn't expect Ensign Rowe. And I did not expect Tuvok or fake Tuvok to show up. I don't know what's going to happen next. I totally don't know what to expect in this show whatsoever. So a lot of times you watch TV shows, you kind of predict, like, what's going to happen, this is going to happen. In season 3 of Picard, I have no idea what is going to happen at all. And I absolutely love that. I love being surprised. So awesome. So anyways, another fine episode. But what I want to get into this episode is the villain, whose name is escaping me, gets captured by Picard and crew. So they've captured her. And in captivity, she tells her story. She tells how she became who she is. And turns out, it was all Starfleet's fault. Or I think Section 31 to be exact. But anyways, the activities of Section 31, or I think it's the Daystrom Station, or I can't remember the particular name, is what caused her to become who she is. Because the actions taken on her caused her to become the person she is. So this is a very interesting topic, because I've been doing a lot of thinking. And this may sound crazy, this may be true, this may not. I'm no scientist, I'm no ologist, but I suspect when you're born as a baby, I would say majority of our thoughts, we do not have as a baby. Like all these ideas, all these words, all this language, all these perspectives are just learned over time through life experience, right? It's all being built and programmed year after year after year. Because when we come in as a baby, we don't know like these concepts. All these concepts that permeate planet Earth right now, the words, the language, ideas that are all being talked about, we don't know as a kid, but we learn them as we come up, right? So the experience of the villain in the show, she experienced and learned through the process of living and being alive, right? And then unfortunately, Starfleet treated this changeling in a very negative way, which caused her to take very negative, bad actions against Starfleet, right? It's almost like Starfleet created their own enemy in a way, and they kind of did. Now, she could have made the choice to not follow that path. But I was talking to someone, or I read a book somewhere, or saw the video, or somebody was saying that basically, if you keep on messing with somebody and just keep poking the bear, messing with them, keep on messing with them, keep on doing it, keep on messing with them and doing it, like one of these days they're going to sock you in the face. You know what I mean? They're just going to get tired of being messed with. And that's kind of what we see here in this show. Now, just real quick, I do not advocate or promote that kind of lifestyle or behavior. I'm a pacifist. I do not believe in violence, unless that violence is punching bags and grabbing dummy. I just don't believe violence is necessary. But that being said, if you keep pushing and messing with people or animals or things or whatever, sometimes they bite back. And in this particular situation, this is kind of what happened. Now, it sounds like the way she talks, she was treated horribly in a very bad way. And I don't condone those activities of Starfleet either. We know how Section 31 likes to operate sometimes, in which a lot of the Starfleet people do not support the activities of Section 31. But this is what happened. And this is kind of a life lesson, bro. As you walk planet Earth, and as you engage and communicate and deal with other human beings, right? Treat them well, bro. Be nice to people. Be good to people. Don't poke the bear. Don't be messing with people. Don't do that. It's just not a good move, bro. Because you don't want to create a monster. So be very kind. And not just for that, just being kind in general is a good move, a good way of being. Right? Star Trek promotes this pretty well. Be good to human beings. Try to help each other out. If you talk to me, I'm going to be very respectful and nice. I don't cuss. I don't swear. I don't talk aggressively. Because this is how I like to approach human beings. I treat people with dignity and respect. I feel if we walk planet Earth and we just treat people with dignity and respect, and we listen, and we're open, and we just be nice, I feel the world will be a better place. I'll be honest. I think we're losing a lot of that in the current society. Go on social media, go on YouTube, you just see humanity just so negative and aggressive towards one another. Like, I don't think we were designed to be like that. I feel naturally we're not that way. But I don't know. What do I know? I'm not an ologist. Who knows? But just be nice to people, bro. If there was any lesson from Star Trek this week, any lesson to be learned, just be nice and good to people. And if you can't be nice and good to people, just don't do it. Just avoid them. Just stay away, right? This conflict is just unnecessary. There's so much conflict on planet Earth. This craziness. I'll be honest, I'm tired of it. I'm so burnt out on all this negative conflict all over the place. Just like, come on, man. Just like, it's not necessary, bro. Can't we all just get along? I know, sounds crazy. Maybe it's just a dream. But anyways, this week's episode's a fine episode. Great Trek as usual. And if you've not been seeing Star Trek Picard, I highly recommend you check it out. So this concludes the podcast. And until next time, we'll see. The most important thing about goals is having one. Jeffrey F. Abbott. Until next time, it's the Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks Flicks.